Boom.
Hey everybody, fuck, shit, damn it, I said before, damn it, fuck.
You didn't say boom.
Hey everyone, we're back for more Call of Cthulhu. We're live connection maybe, and we're playing some fucking tabletop role-playing games. Hey, with me as always is Matt, Graydon, Evan, Eric, Jared, and Peter. How's it going today, guys?
Excited to see a full cast right at the start.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a full cast.
Oh, now you can
Yeah.
see. It got me so much to hear live connection, maybe.
Yeah.
It's probably not.
We're live connection occasionally.
As needed.
When we feel like it. Every other Thursday, maybe. But hey, we're playing more Call of Cthulhu. We're continuing our Masks of Nyarlathotep campaign. It's so much fun. Are you guys having fun?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I don't
Immeasurable
remember
amounts
what's
of
going
fun.
on because I haven't been here in like 4 weeks, but
I
I've
hope you
never had
compared
fun
every
ever.
single pyramid this week because we're exploring every fucking one of them. So
We're gonna get down the pathway to the pyramid. We won't actually make it into the pyramid.
Actually, let's just go to a different place. Let's leave Egypt and just go somewhere else.
You,
Australia.
you feel like
Let's go to
the
Shanghai.
the Egyptian chapter is over and done with. Also, thank you for saying the right name of the place in China, Graydon, that you have clues for. I appreciate that.
I think we should just head back to Britain. And
Yeah.
kill the rest of the Lawrence family.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, we left some loose ties there.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway.
Well, hey guys. Last time
Hi.
we left off, you guys met a Dutch archaeologist in Egypt who was being beset by a bunch of
I'm
cats.
doing D&D.
And after finding that he had stolen a precious artifact from a temple to the Egyptian cat goddess Bast or Bastet, you returned it, or rather, Clyde returned it after being assaulted by one of the priestesses of said cat religion
Nice.
in panther form.
Oh,
Clyde, as well as Pip and I believe Harrison, were given little necklaces with cats on them because they were the only ones who didn't fuck with some cats and were like kind
Oh.
of nice to cats
the
during
thieves win.
that whole ordeal. Following that, Jan Willem, the Dutch archaeologist, was not too pleased with you guys for taking away his important scrolls from him, but you don't really know where he is anymore. And then, following that, you went to the estate of one Omar El Shakti and investigated him, finding some interesting bits and bobs around his house. You found a photograph, which is very interesting to you. You found a marine chronometer, which was very similar to the one that you found in New York about a month prior. So, without further ado, let's jump in, picking up the following evening at the hotel where you guys are staying.
Just before we get started, I rolled my dice 3 times. I got 81, 83, and 85. What are the odds?
Do you mind,
Integers.
guys?
These dice are going
It's,
away. They've lost
they're
their
bad.
privileges.
The odds are about 1 in 100, 3 times in a row, whatever that works out to be.
how did the guy find out that we took his scrolls? I thought we expertly prevented that from happening.
Oh no, because
Uh,
we
you cover that,
You admitted to it in cold blood.
I did,
Yeah.
or I did.
Peyton did.
Someone did.
It was
Peyton outright, yeah.
Peyton was like, hello,
what?
we are
Do that,
criminals, and we
sweetheart.
robbed you.
Well, he was so nice the night before. We had a good time.
It's, you should really go back and watch the last episode, Matt, because Peyton did a hard 180. He was like, "Oh, he was so nice. We got to return the stolen thing was in." And then we found out that he stole it from someplace, and he was like, "You thieving bastard!"
Oh.
That's true.
Pretty much what it worked out to. Oh, that reminds me. Harrison and Pip, you get an investigator development phase because you completed the side quest. So
Let's go.
you get to improve your skills.
Oh.
So if you have a check mark next to a skill on your character sheet, roll a d100. If you get above what your skill point is, so say you have a 75 in a skill and you have a check mark next to that skill, if you roll, say, a 77, you get to roll an additional d10 and add the number you roll to that skill. I'm explaining that to Eric because I don't think Eric has done one of these before.
Yeah.
It's like very exciting to get like this like special extra development phase. Too bad I only actually succeeded in using one skill since the last phase.
And
You
did
got
can
to
I
show
use
up for the
luck to-
sessions.
Can I use luck to push a roll on this situation or not really?
You cannot use luck during development phases.
That's fucking
So-
unfortunate.
To confirm you, if you roll above, you roll a d10.
Yep.
Okay.
And then add the roll on the d10 to your current skill.
Nice.
So yeah, you should probably have a good number of skills that you've succeeded in. Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
I love just hearing Evan talking to Courtney in the background.
Sounds like they're underwater.
It does. What's happening in the minds of Jared and Peter at the moment?
Right now, I'm re-going over my pyramid information, and I'm just
Pyramid?
rewriting
Okay.
it down so it's more accessible to my brain.
Gotcha.
So there's three, right? The red pyramid, the collapsed pyramid, and the bent pyramid.
Correct.
Okay.
I was looking at blow up
Okay.
mattresses for camping.
Well, of course. What else would you be looking up right now?
Well, I got thrown off. I was gonna do something that I got thrown off by Matt asking if he had used luck to push his only roll for skill, and and then after that I started looking at
You
mattresses.
just felt sad. Wait, Jared, I got something for you. Hold on.
I didn't realize there was air mattresses back in this time period.
So, anyways, welcome to the Live Connection podcast, where we just talk about whatever the fuck comes to mind, I guess.
What do you guys think about Nicolas Cage?
Great guy.
Best treasure hunter in the world.
Really
Good towel.
loved his performance in Face Off.
His son's kind of weird.
I got one from Camper's Village. If you're backpacking, they pack super compact, but they're like so soft. I was told to get a Thermarest, but Thermarest is the brand. But I got one of these. It's basically the same thing.
No, I
But do
already
you
have a small
understand-
one. I already have a small one like that. We're getting a new one for when we go camping with Bobby's parents because we're getting a queen blow, like a small foot thick blow up mattress.
Bougie. You know what we call that? Glamping.
No, glamping's in an RV.
All right.
Don't even
is,
talk about glamping, Matthew
Is this
Griffiths.
sponsored segment over?
Yeah, can we play the game
No
now?
glamping.
Yeti?
Maybe I might go through the whole rest of the list of equipment that I brought with me most recently for camping for Jared's
Sure.
benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Why
if
do
it-
you
My
touch each other?
benefit.
Okay.
All
So
right.
we're back at the hotel, right?
You are back at the hotel. You have finished your day exploring the home of Omar Al Shakti and stealing from Dutch people.
Fuck yeah!
I have a note from
well-
when we last left. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I thought that Omar was quite a lovely fella. What a wonderful property. My daddy had a ranch just like that back home.
Well, on the surface, it may seem innocent enough. I do think there's much more nefarious things going on.
Oh, do tell.
Well, for example, when we asked Celine if people are going missing, he definitely stiffened up. I think there might be an inner dialogue that we don't know about. Clyde.
Oh, you know, I did not notice that when you asked him that question.
Clyde, I believe you said you were gonna go ask Nigel and scan some newspapers for any such familiar news.
Yeah, that's I was gonna go and dig into that. Yeah. I also do you spy out the clock?
I saw that. It's very familiar.
It's the
A clock?
exact same.
Oh, I think we talked about this last time in the car. I mean, when we were in the car.
Yeah. You talked about the clock as well
Yeah.
as the photo that you guys saw. Those of you who met Zara Shafiq in London.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't mean anything to Pip, but Harrison
Or me.
would remember. Zara Shafiq was the lady who ran the spice shop in London. Omar Al Shakti had a picture of him with her, a picture of the two of them in his house.
Continue. Sorry.
Well, I don't know what you guys want to do for next steps, but perhaps looking into this Mr. Howard Carter would be a good idea.
And you're talking about looking into the disappearances, right? Thank you.
Yes, the disappearances. Perhaps they're all connected. Oops.
Could I get an intelligence roll from all of the adults in the group? Pip probably would not know this.
Harrison, don't roll. I did a. Yeah, it's going to be a critical success for me.
That's
Ignorance is
a hard
bliss.
success for me.
I got a hard
Alright,
success as well.
Just a
Oh
regular.
no, sorry,
success.
not critical. Extreme success. Sorry.
Okay. So anyone who succeeded knows that Howard Carter is the man who discovered the tomb of King Tut a few years ago it was 1922, maybe 23. It was one of those 2 years, I'm almost positive.
It's like
and
real historical information
this is real historical information that I'm beaming directly into your
Nice.
brain with my
Fuck
mouth.
yeah, I'm learning.
I think you'd learn.
Yeah. The discovery of the tomb of Tutankhamun was world news. It was one of the biggest events of the 1920s, and it has had significant reprisals on the culture of the world, particularly the Western world. Egyptian arts and it has inspired the Art Deco movement across the world. And Howard Carter is a bit of a celebrity. So those of you who are well read would know that Howard Carter, I think at this point, based on my readings, is actually not in Egypt in 1925. I think he is elsewhere in the world.
Oh, so we can't go talk to him?
No.
But we should try and figure out where he is. Is there? There should probably still be some staff at the site of the King Tut's discovery, right?
Well, perhaps we could find whoever filled his position as Chief Inspector of Lower Egypt. Perhaps they could tell us more about the incident.
I'm sorry, maybe it's this Egyptian heat that's getting to me, but why do you want to go talk to this Mr. Carter?
Well, Mr. Carter, not only was he involved in the disappearance of French tourists, but we also found that telegraph. Was that at the Penhew Foundation basement?
Yes.
Yes. From... Oh, no, wait. Oh, I thought it was from
No,
Carter, but it's Clive.
That's Clive.
Yeah, no, okay.
So I'm just going to say something out of character real quickly. The book page that you found that mentions Howard Carter and the French tourists at the Penhew Foundation, I don't know what that incident is referring to. I think that's a real world historical thing that happened that I don't have any reference for. The point of that page was to reference the Black Pharaoh. So
Okay.
just so I'm not leading you guys on a wild goose chase for the entire session, I don't have any other context for this page of information. The stuff relating to Howard Carter.
Thank God, because we would have gone on a wild goose chase as
Yeah.
per Peter's direction. Well, if you think that that Shakati was suspicious. Should we do something about that?
I do think we should. I don't know where to begin. We know there's some suspicious things going on, but we don't know the full picture.
Richard did see the safe in his.
Yeah,
in his
I was just about
room.
to.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think Richard shared that, but I couldn't remember.
I did. Yeah, when we got in the vehicle, I mentioned the safe.
Safe where? Can you just reiterate?
The safe. Do you want me to the safe was inside the room right beside the entrance. So we walked by it to get to the entrance.
Yeah, it was in like an office,
His study.
in the building, in his house somewhere.
Tucked under a bookcase.
I just do not want to break into the place. I know that is usually how we do things, but I would prefer not to go that avenue.
Well, I don't know exactly how else we're gonna get to that safe, Ruth.
It doesn't have to be us.
You wish to hire someone.
We just recently gained favor with our curtain cat friend. We might be able to sneak on and maybe not break into the safe or nothing, but explore the grounds.
A cat burglar, would you say?
That's very clever. I never heard that one before. It's 1923. I've never heard that.
Curious.
Oh, we used to call them cow burglars back on the farm.
Wow.
I think
They
I
must
gotta
have
go.
been much more talented to be able to sneak a whole cow by people. Wow.
Actually, the phrase cat burglar was coined in 1907, so it would exist.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. There you go. Thanks for the research there, Jared.
Typical
You're welcome.
Clyde, always 20 years behind the most popular expressions.
But yeah, that's an option.
And you're saying that this Baptiste would be able to do that first?
I don't know about no Baptiste. I know a Neris.
Neris is the priestess of Bast, who Clyde met.
Didn't she attack you when you first met, though, Clyde?
She got right up in my face and kind of presented herself. Because I had left, I ran away. She threatened the rest of the group. Then she threatened me, and the rest of the group was like, "Let's negotiate." And I was like, "Fuck it, I don't give a shit. You want your thing back? I'll give you your thing back."
Okay, and as a result of that, you believe that she's going to be willing to steal for you now?
Yeah, I kind of smooth talked my way in, and so if I could.
That must be some really smooth talking. You do anything else, or?
Yeah.
Mind yourself, Harrison. There's ladies in the room.
Where?
Oh, Harrison.
Oh.
Harrison does not have that skill set. You'll soon realize that.
I thought the British were known for their manners.
Yeah, I mean, just look at Richard. He's holding it up for everybody else.
Raising Pip on his own.
I'm a single father.
Well, before we do anything with El Shakity's manor, I think we should follow up on other leads, personally. For example,
All right.
we could visit this war in Basalt, I think. Basart? And
Basart.
Basart.
Besart, I believe is how you spell his name.
As he had value, he had items of great value to Mr. Carlyle, or so he claimed. I think that is worth looking into. I simply want to get a better understanding of everything going on in Egypt before we start making any drastic decisions.
So you don't want to go visit them temples then?
Well, that's another thing we could do. I'm just trying to lay out some options.
I like
what
it.
are the temples that we're thinking of visiting, sorry?
That would be the Red Pyramid, the Collapsed Pyramid, or the Bent Pyramid.
The 90-degree pyramid.
Are we just wanting to go to the site of the pyramids?
Ruth, Clyde, and Harrison, if you'll make intelligence checks for me.
It's a normal success.
When you roll all zeros, it's a 10, right?
No.
That's how I rule it.
Oh.
Different people rule it as different things. Some people would say that's a 100. I say that's a 10, just for how I read the D100.
Well, I'm grateful that you believe that because that means I got an extreme success.
Excellent.
That failed. Which is hard to do for me, but
yeah.
I did.
Harrison and Ruth, you remember from your interview with Erica Carlisle in New York, she mentioned that from her understanding, Warren Bessart was one of her brother's contacts here in Cairo. I believe she mentioned that he was a Frenchman. I don't remember. That was months ago that I last played Erica Carlisle, but I'm pretty sure during that meeting she would have mentioned him.
I forgot she was alive.
Yeah, one of the few people you didn't murder immediately after meeting.
We should change that.
Jesus.
Okay, so we got the options here right in front of us then. We can either go to the pyramids, we could go check out this man with the valuable items, or, I mean, we could also, Clyde, you could get that lady to go steal it while we go do these other things.
I thought you weren't in on the whole stealing.
Well, if there's some nefarious thing going on with missing peoples, I would want to help them. My daddy always said to help people that are in need.
There's always some nefarious thing. But yeah, I could go have a talk with her and do that. I could also stop by and see Nigel and ask about any missing peoples from the past couple months.
So why don't you go do that, and we'll continue figuring out what our next step will be.
Well, why don't we maybe go talk to this Mr. Warren, and so then when we're both done our respective tasks, we can go to the pyramids as a group.
I like that idea. You know, Ruth, us ladies, we make plans, and those are the plans the boys got to follow.
Amen to that.
I'm so glad we have two girls in the group.
Yeah. Now let's go to the bar and have a couple drinks while they get ready.
Clyde, do you want someone to come with you? I feel bad. You'll be all on your lonesome.
It's up to whoever. I've been on my own for a long time.
I'll come with you, Clyde. You know, you and I feel like we make a great team. Please, you don't have to agree.
That's okay, but
it's a one-way street.
Let's hope I'm portrayed favorably in your next book.
All right.
Okay, so who's going where?
I'm gonna go with the ladies.
Yeah, the ladies and the single dad plus single dad's boy. We're going to go.
Well, I think Pip might want to go see the cats.
Pip's following Richard.
Richard's going with the girls, so Pip's following Richard.
Okay.
Good lad.
And where's the single dad plus the ladies? Where are you guys headed?
We're gonna try to find Mr. Warren.
Okay. You don't have an address or a place of location. You just have a name. How would you like to try and track him down?
My first thought is ask our boy Celine. He's the man with all the answers.
He's the man with the plan.
First off, I'm assuming you guys are going to sleep for the night since it's the evening and reconvene on the morning of the 26th.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay. So we will go to Tableau and rise up once again on the morning of February 26th. Congratulations, you have all survived another day.
Yay.
I'm waking up feeling grateful to be alive.
5 Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah. 26th of March. It's a Thursday today.
Almost end of the week.
Yep. All right. So you all have your usual breakfast, your fun times, you're all good. I need to mark down that you spent another night at the hotel for when I go to take the money out of the Jesse Hughes fund.
If you've taken damage recently, you can heal.
You can heal a single point of damage if you don't have a major wound.
We should be investing the money in that Jesse Hughes fund.
You want to invest the money. You want to put it in a TFSA?
Yeah,
They didn't exist back then.
Pip
I
needs
doubt
to
they did, yeah.
Pip needs to go to college, so we're investing the Jesse Hughes fund.
You're already
Well,
You're already rich, Richard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
didn't exist till 2008.
Ahead of the curve.
Dang. All right. So we've got one group going to try and track down Warren Bassart. We got another group going to see Neris, I believe, if I heard that correctly. All right.
Yeah.
Let's start with the large group. So after breakfast, you guys are going to talk to Salim.
Yeah.
All right. So the concierge reaches out to Salim, and a little while later, he comes to the hotel. Hello, I understand you need my services once again.
Indeed we do. You're a popular man amongst our group.
Evidently.
Now, what we're doing today is we're looking for a Mr. Warren Bassart. I was wondering if you'd ever heard of such a man. He was a friend of the Carlyles.
I did not spend any time with the Carlisle expedition. Who is this man, this Warren Bassart?
Well, we have a letter from him that claimed he had valuable objects that the Carlyles may be interested in. So we were interested in learning what these objects were and what more he knew of the Carlyles.
The best place to track down somebody who lives in Cairo would be to ask at the Central Police Station, perhaps. See if they have any record of his whereabouts or a address on file.
Probably.
All right then.
I would be happy to accompany you.
No, sugar. I think we can handle this one on our own. You've already helped enough.
If you say so, but I have already been summoned to the hotel. I am more than happy to assist you.
I think this is one of. I don't know, Richard.
Unless you know anything else about this man that may help us track him down.
Wait. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, ignore me.
I mean, he could be anybody at this point.
Well, I do think as of right now we should be okay, but should we run into any roadblocks, you will definitely be hearing from us.
Of course. Then I will take my leave.
While he was insisting, I really wanted Pip to just be like, "No, get out of here!"
Fuck you!
And look at the boy Richard is amazing.
You not
Kick
like
him in the shins.
Oh, you don't like that when I do that? Well, maybe you just don't like me.
All right. So Salim walks away, clearly a little bit upset that you called him here just to ask him a question and not pay him.
No, he doesn't get he doesn't get an hour's pay just for showing up. I thought
he did.
Give him a high five.
No,
thought we'd
I
give him
mean,
a little bit of-
we'll be using his services in the future. He's well paid enough. He's fine.
Oh my goodness.
He has made a good amount of money off of you
Yeah.
guys, but still.
It's called a freebie.
Kind of,
Blaine, look it up.
kind of a dick move to call a guy there, ask him one question, and then tell him to fuck
Bro,
off.
we can get another translator if he's upset.
Yeah. Oh, we should have taken them. They're not going to speak English at the friggin' police
It's the
station.
police. Someone's got to speak English.
All right, well, let's see. Roll for luck, baby.
Let's get Jared to do it.
Fuck, okay.
Are you guys headed to the police station?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Evans dictated we're rolling for luck to see if there's an
No,
English-speaking
no.
police officer.
I don't get to dictate that shit. Just go. Let's go to the police station.
So roll for luck. No, it's fine. So you guys head to the central station that he told you about. It's just outside of Uzbekia Gardens, which is sort of a large central Park style area. Not too far from the main train station where you guys got off.
Yeah.
You head inside, and after a little bit of asking around, there is at least one, official-looking person who seems to speak fairly decent English. Yes, can I help you?
Yes, we were looking for a Mr. Warren, and we don't really know where to start looking for him. So we were wondering if you knew his whereabouts, or if you could point us in the direction of his property.
What is the full name?
Warren Bessart.
Please give me one moment.
Please take your time.
He checks his Apple laptop.
His iCloud's full.
A few minutes later, the individual comes back and he says, "My apologies, but my superiors want to know why you are looking for Mr. Bessart."
We're very interested in the Clive expedition.
Carlisle.
The Carlisle expedition. They are. I'm just along for the ride, but we're really looking just for some more information on him. We heard he had some quite incredible artifacts from that expedition that we would love to see.
Make a persuade or fast talk roll, Peyton.
Let me just figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to persuade. And that is going to be 0 is a 10, right? So that's 40. So that will be a normal success.
Normal success.
I believe. Yeah.
It is difficult to give up somebody's contact information without a proper explanation as to why. But if you say that this man is known to you, then his last listed address, he sort of like fumbles with a sheet of paper for a moment, is the Red Door on the Street of Scorpions in the Darb al-Amar. Darb al-Amar translates to the Red Alley in English.
Wow. Weird street naming conventions here, but all right. Thank you so much. Would you be able to put that? Is that north from here, south from here? Do you have a map?
Let's see if this random police officer knows how to find this place.
I feel like the police officers are hanging out a lot around the Street of Scorpions. I don't know. Sounds like a crime-ridden alley.
So the police officer kind of points you in the right direction. He explains that it's in the old city, so sort of the more rundown part of town where Jan Willem was staying. He gives you a general idea of where to go.
And tell me, this street of scorpions. What's this part of the city like? Is it friendly? Would you say?
It is much the same as all of the old city. Crime and poverty proliferates as they do in many parts of Cairo.
Oh, that's so tragic. Just commenting on it. Come on.
That's so sad. Aw.
Oh, your city's horrible.
By the way, that's canon now. Oh, that's so tragic.
No, that was out of character. Come on.
Was it though? I mean, it sounds like you didn't even believe what you said yourself.
Peyton's gonna like found the next UNICEF, like the next like white people run charity. It's like, oh, we feel so bad for you people who aren't white living in a country that's not run by white people.
So
Just a
tragic.
side note for that. There's a clip of some people in Germany, and I don't want to make fun of what happened to them. There's a flood there, and there's some people doing an interview, and they're like, "You expect this to happen in poor countries, but not here." And it's like,
Ooh.
you're exempt from natural disasters because you're what? Okay.
You realize God sends out his punishments based off of class, right?
I knew it all along. No one listened to me until that guy blurted it to the world.
Yep.
All makes sense.
White privilege extends to flood paths.
Why do you think every single
Cannon.
hurricane hits Haiti and then just avoids the U.S. coast completely?
It actually
Oh, but
diverts.
it hits Florida. It hits Florida, and then it gets
Florida's the exception in the U.S.
Yeah. Look at all these guys getting handed food. Whoa, is that a hamburger?
Sure looks like it.
It's a happy doggo.
Well, if there's nothing else I can help you with, I must attend to other duties.
No, you have been a great help. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
He walks off.
All right, let's head to the Red Alley.
All right, you guys are gonna head to the Red Alley.
Yep.
Clyde and Harrison, you are heading into the old city as well to go track down Neris.
Aye.
So, Clyde, you retrace your steps from yesterday, dragging Harrison along with you. You go through the winding streets, the back alleys, through some of the semi-subterranean passageways into the same temple that you were in yesterday. There's still lots of nooks and crannies where cats are hiding and resting and occasionally meowing at you. And you make it back to the large statue of Bastet in the center of the room.
I pull my cat necklace out and like kind of put my fingers on it just to show reverence to the cat goddess.
Go ahead.
From behind a corner in the room, a large black panther slinks out from the shadows before turning into the form of Neris, the young Egyptian woman.
Yeah, that's going to take some getting used to.
Actually, Harrison, I need a sanity roll from seeing. So,
yeah. My sanity is 40 and I rolled 72.
You take 1 point of sanity damage.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I just wasn't really mentally prepared when I walked in here to see a panther, which, by the way, really startling thing to see. And then all of a sudden you're a woman. Big fan. Love the goddess Bast. Really like this necklace I got recently. Super not ready for this. I'm sorry. If I'm not the same person I was when I walked in the door, that's on me. Okay, it's my bad.
You I do not know, but Clyde I have met. though I see my patron has bestowed upon you a gift of sorts. She
Yes, it's a
motions to the
surprise.
necklace.
Can I do that you just did now that I have this?
I do not think it works that way.
Okay. Well, if you want to share some of your secrets about how you did that later on, that's fine. But we actually came here to attend to some business. Sorry, Harrison Dodge. Pleasure to meet you.
Of
Okay.
course.
Clyde, after you.
Yeah, so he grows on you.
I'm sure.
Listen, nurse, we were wondering if you could do us a favor. If you could, are you familiar with the Omar Al Shakti plantation?
Let's find out real quick. I have not heard of this place of which you speak, this plantation.
Well, it's a place of interest. It's a place where we think people are going missing, and if I were to give you the direction and kind of like how to get there, do you think maybe you could send some cats in, or even yourself, and kind of prowl around the grounds and see if you find anything? I don't know, like a mass grave or something. Just like there's something's going on over there.
This is an odd request. I don't understand how I could be of service to you in this regard.
Well,
But,
the thing is, we tried to look around ourselves, but they didn't like that. So I mean, my thought was you can kind of just blend in with the environment and kind of sneak around.
if this is what you wish, I can certainly spend some time on the grounds, perhaps take a look.
But yet, that's all I'm asking. Like, I mean, it would be a huge favor to us and keep us out of a little bit of trouble for now, anyway.
We're in the business of taking down bad people and getting to the bottom of things. Finding the truth. And if the goddess Bast takes up my necklace again, if she can bless us on that path, that would be so good.
Perfect.
So good.
So good.
Well, then points me in the right direction, and I will go tonight.
Yeah, it's over past this district. You turn right. I tell her where she's going.
Yeah.
Confirm. Is she about to use cats like Ant-Man?
She can't really do that. She's saying that she's going to go herself.
Okay.
Probably as a cat.
I thought she was gonna put her mind into a cat and send it like an RCXD drone or some shit.
No.
More of a
So just
presidential
meet-
missile.
Back here tomorrow.
Jesus.
If you wish, then I will be here.
Or we're at the hotel too. I mean, whatever's easier for you.
We'll meet you back here tomorrow. We don't need to go anymore, or we don't need to send you any more out of your way than you're already going for us. Thank you.
Thank you. Then you'll know where to find me.
Yeah, great. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. We walk out. Clyde, you can't just invite a girl over to your hotel room like that, okay? She's doing us a favor. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Yeah, that wasn't my intention. I mean, I don't think I sounded like I suggested it the way I think you are suggesting it. But
Clyde, humanoid. She's a woman that can transform into a cat. Okay, they play by completely different rules. Okay, use your head. Come on.
I don't even know the rules in the first place.
You and me both, pal.
Oh, I didn't know I was like that on the stream. Oops.
You hear
Whatever's
something,
easier
Clyde?
for you. Like whatever.
Yeah, now that you pointed out, that was bothering me.
Okay.
What do you feel? We make a little pit stop on the way back, Harrison. You want to go visit Nigel?
Yeah. Nigel's a great guy. Who's Nigel again?
He runs a paper here in the city. I'm thinking
Okay.
he might have a record of things in the past. Here's the picture of the Carlisle expedition. That was pretty neat.
Clyde, where you go, I follow, my friend. Lead the way.
All right. So Nigel's.
All right. Just making a note here for my own sake. So the rest of you, why? I want you to, all four of you, to give me a group navigate roll.
Shit.
Is there a difference between group navigate roll, or are you just telling the group to do a navigate roll?
It kind of depends.
I failed.
Okay.
I got a 98, so I fumbled.
So you thought
Yeah.
you were going.
I failed.
I did not.
Fucking Richard is so sure he knows where he's going, but he has no fucking clue where he's going.
Ruth, what'd you get?
Oh, I failed.
Fuck.
So, the four of you spend the next 3 or 4 hours wandering around the streets, arguing amongst yourselves with which way to go. Asking for directions with people on the street is useless because you don't speak Arabic, and none of the people, just random people on the streets you meet, speak English.
What if I draw a scorpion on the ground?
A scorpion on the ground.
And it has
What
the Rock's head on it.
We're going to Street of Scorpion or Scorpion Street or whatever.
What if I carried the Rosetta Stone around with me and I was like pointing at things and
All right, Richard.
Do I have
Fucking.
Google Translate?
Right.
that is Google Translate.
So, if you have the Rosetta Stone, you have a big stone that has Egyptian hieroglyphs, Coptic Greek, and
Yep.
another one that I forget.
It's a Sanskrit, I believe.
None of those are going to help people who speak Arabic communicate with you.
That's fine. Fine. What's that other one?
So-
What's it called? It's like the King's King. It's along the road between Mesopotamia and Egypt. There was another Rosetta Stone type thing.
The Silk Road.
No,
Sure.
not the.
I
not the
don't
trade.
remember. I don't remember. Off the
You know
top
what I'm
of my head.
talking about.
All right, yeah. Why don't you find? This is interesting, Ruth. Why don't you find somebody? You find somebody on the street. You're gonna draw a scorpion in the sand.
Yeah.
Give me an arts and crafts draw roll.
Oh shit! Arts and crafts. Peter, let's see it, boy. Come on.
Specialized in that.
All right, Dice. This is it. This is your time.
Make Miss Matoy proud.
That's a fail.
Oh, fuck. Your ceramic thing exploded in the kiln.
So
It's too close to home.
the rest of you watch as Ruth gets a stick from the street and begins drawing what appears to be a big dick in the middle of the street in front of just a random Egyptian person.
My God, Ruth. What were you thinking?
It's a scorpion. I thought it was a good idea.
I'm gonna like put my hands over Pip's ears. That's a giant dick.
I'm gonna like kick the sand.
The Egyptian person walks off into the day.
I feel shamed.
You must have Harrison on the mind.
That was not a funny joke, Peyton. That man is a pig.
After searching for hours, you guys want to give me a group luck roll now?
Is there a difference for luck roll?
You want to get?
You want you want to get
Below it.
just tell me what you roll for your luck. You want to get below what your current luck is.
Okay.
As a child, that should be easy for you. You should have 1,000,000 luck points.
Fucking
I rolled a 99.
I rolled a 78.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
finally
Gucci.
human
I'm
now,
Gucci.
Jared.
I got
After
a
28
33.
sessions.
Oh,
I got to
so
33.
I got a 93.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry, 63. 63.
We're
not
never
93.
gonna. We're never
that
gonna
a
find
pass?
our way.
Oh yeah, that's a
So
pass.
did you guys? It's a
I
pass.
So two,
All right.
two.
So two passes, 2 failures. All right. I'm gonna roll a d20 on a 1 to a 10. I'm gonna consider it a failure on the group's part. On an 11 to a 20, and consider it a success.
Hey, baby.
So after wandering around, wasting a good part of your morning, wandering around, you do eventually find what appears to be the Street of Scorpions in the old district. It took you longer than you thought it would, but you do eventually find what appears to be the address that the police gave you. It appears to be a clothing shop or a tailor's store.
Does Scorpion...
Where are all the scorpions?
I do not know, Pit. I would have thought there'd be a lot of them here. It is Egypt after all.
I don't think they named the road because of the scorpions in the street.
I'm gonna knock.
Why would you name it Scorpion Street?
So you knock on the door, and as you do, there's a short Egyptian man who comes to the door, and to your surprise, he kind of looks at you all and speaks in a little bit of English. It's what is this?
Sorry to disturb you. Terribly sorry on this wonderful day. But we are looking for a Mr. Warren, a Warren Bessart. Is he still living here?
There's no one here by that name.
Are you sure? Because the police said that this was his last known address. Did you happen to cross paths with him when you moved in?
I own this building. I have not met anyone by this name.
Well, that doesn't sound right. Are you sure maybe he was going by a different name? Do you have any current tenants?
I have no one in the store aside from myself.
And
Who are
you're
you?
not.
My name is Abu. Abu Udra. This is my tailor store. Do you need clothing? That is what I provide.
I want to roll a psychology check to see if he's lying.
All right, make a psychology check.
Nope. Let's continue.
You failed a psychology roll?
I got a 75 and I needed under a 71.
Well, push the damn dice, bro.
Yeah, okay. I'll push the dice. I'll make it a success.
Oh God.
Well, you can use luck or you can just push the roll. Remember, you can always just re-roll
Oh.
once.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's not
But
like
if you
anything
fail,
can-
it's like a
can do
bad
more
Yeah,
something
yeah.
bad.
Oh,
Put,
right.
If you remember this, if you fail a roll, that you want to succeed on, you can roll the dice again. It's called pushing the roll. If you fail the push roll,
It's a
something
fumble.
bad happens.
Okay.
All right.
It's
well, we're
basically
gonna-
treated as a fumble.
Here we go.
No, you should have just used luck points.
That's
Well,
fine.
I got a hard success.
Oh.
Hard success. He's lying. He is lying to you. He, like, every now and then he glances behind his shoulder to a curtain in the back of the room where it looks like there's like a whole other part of the building.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my scalpel. I'm gonna start like tapping my chin with it. And be like,
Fuck.
Are you cutting yourself?
you know, sir.
Threatening some nail clippers.
I'm gonna intimidate him. I'm gonna intimidate him. You know, sir, I have spent a long time studying the human brain and cutting people open to see what is inside their heads. And I can tell you that you, sir, are lying. And you are holding information from us. And if you don't tell us something, I'm gonna have to go in there myself and figure out what's in that pretty little head of yours.
I want to put my foot in the door.
Make an intimidation roll with a bonus die.
All right, and which one do I re-roll again? I re-roll the
The tens die.
10
And
die.
you take the lower of the two.
Yeah.
All right. That from my intimidation. That is a hard success.
Hard success.
This guy's a bitch.
Abu steps backwards and gestures to the curtain in the back of the room. The Frenchman lives in the room at the end of the hallway.
I'm gonna completely change my like persona. Thank you, Abu.
The rest of you are a little bit terrified by what you just witnessed.
Oh my.
Yes, his true form can be quite frightening.
I didn't know that he had that in him. Apologies, Mr. Boo. We will be just a minute. And I walk in after Richard.
All right, so you guys walk down the hallway to a wooden door from attached to what appears to be a very dingy looking room.
Can I want to listen, see if I hear anything.
Make a listen roll.
That is a normal success.
Normal success. You hear shuffling from behind the door, and then you also hear what sounds to be the somebody inhaling deeply and then exhaling as well. You feel like somewhat heavy breathing.
Oh boy. That's what the penis meant. Bruce knew.
I say we kick down the door.
Rich is gonna kick down the door.
Okay. Make a strength
Are
roll
we-
for me.
Are we here to just talk to the guy? Why are we kicking in his
Hey!
door?
That was good. That's a critical success.
Critical success. The shabby wooden door like flies into the wall behind it, and you are met with a dizzying sight. Inside the room is a disheveled bed, a few like bits of furniture. As soon as you kick the door, all of you smell this like terrible scent of like body odor and decay. As in the corner of the room, there's a disheveled looking man of very white complexion and like a scraggly like 5 o'clock shadow in beat down clothes, who is smoking what appears to be a long pipe, and it looks like he was just in the middle of like taking a big puff from it, and as the door kicks in, he begins coughing out of shock. Oh my god.
Oh my.
I accidentally started my Spotify by hitting the thing on my headphones. It's like, where's this fucking music coming from?
Oh my! I haven't smelt something this grotesque since I was dealing with the bodies at the university.
Actually, to that effect,
Ruth.
if you are make a what science skills are you trained in, Richard?
Biology and pharmacy.
You can make either one of those if you
Okay,
like.
I'll make a biology check.
Okay.
That is just a regular success.
Regular success.
Yeah.
This one of the main smells in this room is very potent hash or opium. Whoever uses this room seems to be a heavy drug user.
Hmm. It appears our Mr. Warren is a bit of a drug user.
He's still
Oh.
in the corner of the room, like coughing.
Oh my, drugs. My daddy always said to stay away from them, especially near the Mexican border.
Are we going? Sorry, I'm confused in my notes here. Is it Howard or Warren?
Warren.
Warren Bessart.
Oh, okay.
As you burst into the room, you can see the gentleman looks very, very confused and like puts the pipe down and like is looking left and right as if he is ready to flee.
Now, Warren, just calm down. We're not here to harm you. We simply want to talk.
He looks very, very concerned.
Okay. 1 second. Oh, I don't have much in that. Damn it. Never mind. I was gonna try to charm him now, but I don't have nearly the charm ability or persuade.
Can I maybe do something there? Can I charm him to calm him down? Does that sound right?
Who are you all? Have you come for me?
Well,
No. Please, no.
No, Mr. Warren, please calm down. We're just here to ask you a few questions. That is all. We mean you no harm despite our aggravated entry into your room.
Why would you kick down my door?
Well, he was kind of on a power trip after threatening the man up front, and don't be alarmed by the threatening. He's a kind man. We're kind people. We got a child with us. How could we not be?
While this is happening, I'm like leaning over to Pip and like, now Pip, did you see the angle I kicked that door? That is exactly the angle you need to kick in order to kick a door down.
Oh, okay.
What did you mean, Mr. Warren, by that? Have they come for me? What are you talking about?
Who has come? Who do you think is coming for you? I assure
You
you.
can see he wants to run so badly, but there's like nowhere in this room to go. It's a tiny little room.
And we
He's
need
like-
to calm down somehow.
Can I use like psychology, like use a psychology check to I don't know, try to calm him down psychologically?
Psychology will tell you like if there's something wrong with him. To calm him down using psychology would be a psychoanalysis roll.
I have 2 laxatives. I don't know why, but I have 2 laxatives.
How is that relevant?
You bought laxatives at some point in the past. I remember this.
I think it was to pull a prank on someone, and I forgot about them. I also still have 3 doses of my mystery dust left.
Can Ruth kind of slowly approach him, taking her cowboy hat off?
You mean
and
Peyton?
just- Oh fuck! Yeah, Peyton. What the fuck?
I was
Ruth?
going to say, I'm a cowboy.
You can you can try and calm him down with social skills like charm or persuade.
Okay, I'm
but
gonna try to charm him to calm him
you
down. Then.
you have a penalty die on any
That's all right.
social skills to try and use.
Oh, I can do persuade. You said as well.
Yep.
Okay, I'll persuade him to calm down. I'm gonna tell him a little story. As I slowly approach him and take my hat off, and now, Mr. Warren, I get that you're afraid. When I was a young girl on my daddy's farm, we had some bad men come onto our farm and break into the house, and me and my daddy had to hide inside underneath his bed while they ransacked it. We didn't have any protection. My daddy just kept looking at me and reassuring me everything's gonna be okay, Peyton.
Peyton keeps
Everything's gonna be
inching
okay.
closer to this man who's like up against the wall. He's under his breath. He's like, "Mon Dieu, sacre bleu." Make a persuasion check with a penalty die. Peyton.
First one was a success, and second one is a success as well. I take the lower of the two, right?
Yeah.
So that was a 23, which will be a hard success.
Wouldn't you take the higher of the two because it's a negative die?
It's with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, lower of the
Yeah,
two,
sorry.
yeah.
Lower of the
or
two,
higher
my
of the two.
apologies.
Yeah. 23 is the higher of the two.
Okay.
Got D&D on my brain.
I knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite kicking in this man's door, and being all about weirdos, as Peyton approaches him, he does seem to calm down a little bit, and he sort of eases off of the wall a little bit and goes back down. Yeah.
I'm gonna crouch down to his level once I get in front of him and finish my story.
He's standing up. He's a fairly tall man.
Okay, he's standing up. Okay, I'll just go up and I'll kind of just touch him on the shoulder, like that. And you know what? I listened to my daddy, and at the end of the day, we were okay. And it's okay to be a little bit scared. You know, we're not here to hurt you. Just like those men weren't there to hurt us. They just wanted what they wanted, and then they were off. Just like we want what we want. So who's coming for you?
As you get up close to him, you see just how disheveled and sort of disgusting he is. He smells terrible and looks like he hasn't bathed in a long time. And as you get up to him, he sort of like takes your hand off of his shoulder and goes back to the corner of the room and picks up the pipe he was smoking and sits down on his bed and takes another long pull from it. Ugh.
You must have seen some hard shit. If that's what you need to do to get over it.
What can I do for you? What do you want with Mo?
Well, we came here to talk to you about the artifacts you found on the Carlisle expedition. And but I'm a little more interested into who you think is coming after you.
All right. So, as he begins to speak, he speaks in a sort of like rambling sort of way. At this point, Richard, I would say you can make a psychology roll.
Nope.
Wow.
That was my third. That was my fourth 90 of the night.
Jeez, fucking Jared's dice are finally failing him.
I've been switching dice every single time. They're all failing me. There's only
crazy.
2 left that haven't failed me.
You gotta have some loyalty.
Yeah, that's why they feel betrayed.
Jared's
I
finally
feel
human.
betrayed.
After 28 sessions of rolling like a god, he's finally.
You can't fucking say that. Your campaign tortured me.
Yeah, that's true.
So, Warren is very clearly not like fully insane, but you can tell that he's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Here, please. He continues to smoke the pipe.
So he's just not going to answer me then?
What do you want with the Carlisle expedition?
Well, we just wanted to look at those artifacts, but I truly just want to know who you think's coming after you. That's all I want to know, Mr. Warren, so I can help you.
Alrighty. He very clearly doesn't really want to talk about this, but he does have a pretty little speech, which I'm about to put into the handouts section and then read to you.
Good stuff.
In my half-hearted French accent that I'm going to try and put on here for you. Mon Dieu. This is the right one.
You just gotta say
Ooh.
charcuterie. Charcuterie.
Omelette de fromage. Oui, oui.
Oh, that is a couple words.
Une baguette.
Bonga.
Here
we go.
Hey.
A lawyer contacted me. It must have been 5 or 6 years ago. This is the gist of what you get. You can see that his mind is so frazzled from the drugs and the mental strain that he sometimes says a few words in French. Sometimes he slips into Arabic, which he seems to speak rather fluently, but he does try to keep it mostly in English for you. A lawyer contacted me 5 or 6 years ago, maybe in January or February. I agreed to act as a purchasing agent for Mr. Roger Carlyle, a wealthy American. On written instruction from Mr. Carlyle, I purchased certain artifacts from one man named Faraz Nahar, an antiquities dealer, and I illegally shipped them out of Egypt to the Penhew Foundation in London. That was in early April. I think so they'd be there for when they got in from New York. I knew the artifacts were ancient, but I knew nothing more. When the Carlisle expedition came to Egypt in May, I believe it was, I met them and arranged for all their equipment and permits, and they invited me to travel with them in case there were any local difficulties. Their main site was at Dashur, in the area of the Bent Pyramid. One day at Dashur, Jacques Brady came to me and told me that Carlisle, Hypatia Masters, Sir Aubrey Penhew, and Dr. Houston had entered the Bent Pyramid and had vanished. Brady was up in arms and suspected foul play, since the workmen had already fled the site and work had come to a standstill. We did not know what to do, so the two of us drank. The next morning, Roger Carlyle and the others reappeared. They were excited by some tremendous find, but what it was, they refused to say, and nor did I learn, for Sir Aubrey Penhew was a fiend for secrecy. All of them had changed in some inexplicable way, and not for the better. I did not ask further. That evening, an old Egyptian woman visited me. She said that her son had been one of the workmen at our site. She said that the men digging had fled because Carlyle and the others had consorted with an ancient evil, the messenger of the Black Wind. She said that she could recognize that the souls of all the Europeans, save myself and Jack Brady, were lost. If I wanted proof, I should go to the collapsed pyramid at Medo at the night before the dark of moon, at the time when the moon is slimmest. But, mon Dieu, I went. I took one of our trucks, pretending to leave for a night in the pleasure quarter of Cairo, but instead I drove 20 miles south to Medum and secreted myself where she told me to. There, in the midnight blackness, I saw Carlyle and the others disport themselves in obscene rituals with hundreds of madmen. The very desert came alive, crawling and undulating towards the ruins of the pyramid. To my horror, the stone ruins themselves became a skeletal, bulging-eyed monstrosity. Strange creatures emerged from the sands, grasped at the dancing madmen, and one by one tore out their throats, killing all until only the members of the Carlisle expedition and one other remained. Something more loomed out of the sand. the size of an elephant, but with 5 separate heads. Then I realized what it was, but it is madness to speak of it. I saw it rise in a great, ravening hole and swallow as one all the torn corpses, leaving only those still alive among the stench of the blood-soaked sands. I fainted. When I recovered, I wandered into the desert. There further horrors awaited me. Stumbling up a rise before dawn, I saw beyond hundreds of dark sphinxes, rank upon rank, drawn up and waiting for the hour of madness, where they will spring forth to devour the world. I fainted, and again, I left the world for many months. The Egyptian man I talked to found me. For 2 years, he and his mother cared for me. A man mindless and adrift. Eventually, I came back to Cairo, but I began to dream, and only the drugs help now, or whatever else I can get. My supply is low, and my life is intolerable without the drugs. Will you good kind people please contribute? Only strong drugs keep me from the madness. Everything is lost. There is no hope for any of us. Everywhere they wait. He gestures towards all of you with the pipe that he's holding. Perhaps you will join me in the pipe, yes?
Okay.
Sure.
No.
You know what?
He begins to hold the hash pipe to Pip.
I'm gonna like intervene. What? Pip, this isn't exactly something you want to be a part of right now. I'll explain to you later, but if you are okay here, we can go pet the cats by the hotel later.
Yeah. I don't get anything fun though.
Can I analyze it
Analyze.
to see what drug it is?
Oh, it's hash.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, hashish.
And why do you want us to join you on this?
I thought you would want to keep the horrors at bay, as I do. The hash helps my madness.
We haven't seen any horrors yet, fortunately enough.
Well, I'd say speak for yourself there, Peyton. We've seen quite interesting things.
So you're saying that they disappeared, Carlisle, Penhew, and the rest of them, into the bent pyramid and came out with some further knowledge, and then proceeded to go to the collapsed pyramid, do complete some sort of ritual, and some creatures came from the ground, killed everybody, and then a monster appeared. Is that correct?
Oui, mon chéri. I saw Roger Carlyle and his confidants enter the bent pyramid and come back out a day later. Jack Brady and I were with them the entire time until they left. And Jack Brady and I saw them come out. And then the following night, the Carlisle expedition went to Dashore and engaged in obscene ritualistic activity.
And what happened to Jack?
Does this note actually say what happened to Brady? Let me just double check this. I think there is. I just don't. I do know what happened to Jack Brady. I'm just not sure if Warren Bessart knows. Warren Bessart tells you he doesn't know what happened to Jack Brady. I think Jack Brady did go with me. I just don't think Warren Bessart mentions it in his report.
Yeah, it
Right.
doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
then.
do not know what happened to Jack Brady, but he was with me until the Carlisle expedition came out of the Bent Pyramid.
I see. I look at Richard and Ruth now. Well, I think we need to go to the Bent Pyramid to figure out the next move.
I agree. That does seem like a good place to start.
I sure hope we don't see any five-headed elephant-sized creatures while we're there.
Kinda do.
Well, we took down a werewolf, so a five-headed elephant creature should be okay.
You took down a werewolf? Damn, that was British. You took down a werewolf?
Yes, it's a very long story, but essentially we took down a werewolf.
Oh, wonderful. My daddy and I once took down a coyote in the back field.
Basically the same thing.
With a baby gun. What do you think, Ruth?
This is all just very unsettling to hear. I fear what we will see at the Bent Pyramid.
Perhaps you could spare some money for a man down on his luck, no?
Now, I
think
do.
you needed. Oh,
I,
no,
I do have a couple dollars I could give you. I hand my spending level of cash to him. For the
How
day.
much is that?
$2.
$2. He'll take
I
it.
want. I want to give him. I want to take out one of the things of the mystery dust I gave him, and I was like, why don't you give this a try and get him to smoke the mystery dust?
No, Richard.
But before you do anything with that, do you know of a man named Omar Al Shakti? Does that name ring any bells?
One moment, please. Warren Bessart. Warren Bessart. Oh, actually, Warren Bessart would know. I know Omar El Shakti. He met with the Carlisle expedition on several occasions, I believe. I did not know him myself, but I knew that he spent time with the Carlisle expedition.
I got nothing else to add.
Oh, here, let me help you with this dust. Aha, sir. Sorry.
All right, you're gonna give him a dose of one of your bits
Mystery-
of dust. Your
yeah,
mystery dust.
Might as well just put the
salted.
mask on him.
I want to see what happens.
Wow. He'll probably die of sanity. He's
Yeah, he
got,
probably
2
will.
sanity points left.
I like how Ruth knows what the dust is too. Like she knows I've been experimenting with it throughout since I've been with them, and she said
Where'd you
nothing.
even get
It's
that
not
dust
even
from?
worth it.
I
It
forget
was
where
in
we
the
got it.
basement of the Penhew Foundation.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the mystery dust from the Penhew found. He probably gave them the dust.
Dude, he's about to die.
Yeah, I know Ruth knows Richard and trusts him, but she also knows there's a dark part of Richard, and I does not want to get in the way of that.
Richard's either your best friend or he's
I'm
trying
just-
to do an experiment. There's no.
I'm
The
just
scalpel waving.
I'm just double checking. I'm pretty sure that that if he smokes the dust, it's not going to do anything. I just want to make sure.
Too bad.
Damn it.
Would have loved a violent reaction of the first character we witnessed losing all their sanity points.
What would we tell a boo?
Don't fuck with us again.
We don't have to say anything. You just leave.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's just as likely that he overdosed on drugs. I have a list of things here, so I need to know the outcome of this to add to my research.
Fuck.
A true man of science.
Science
Where
rules.
the fuck is
Bill,
this shit?
Bill.
Bill.
Bill, no,
Alright,
I gotta use Google.
We just had this like giant dark handout. You guys are singing Bill Nye.
Well, I'm excited to go to the Bent Pyramid.
Dude, this handout is like significant progress for our investigation skills. Like this is like
Yeah,
this is,
See? If I didn't hold the scalpel up to that guy's face, we wouldn't have gotten inside the door.
Listen,
I'm
Richard,
sure
no
we would
one's
have found our way in.
questioning your methods, okay? Like you got us where we needed to go. I just want to point out that you did that in front of your adopted son, so some good daddy you are.
I'm just
He also
showing him
kicked
that
the door in.
sometimes you have to take it to the next level to get what you need.
are you gonna
and
give
Pip is
Pip
learning
like
that.
a training
All
scalpel?
right, so yeah. Warren goes to smoke the dust out of his pipe and like coughs a little bit, but nothing happens before he shakes it out onto the ground.
Oh, it must have been the old drugs. I apologize.
It is okay, but perhaps you could help me restock my my supply.
Well, Ruth, you're the one in charge of the money, so
Well, Warren. Well, we appreciate your help. Perhaps if you took a shower, we'd be more inclined to give you money. I'm simply concerned for your well-being.
What if I pointed you in the right direction of the woman and her son who took care of me during those 2 years? Perhaps they would have information that I do not.
You know, I don't.
I want to use a psychology check on that.
Make a psychology check.
See if he's lying. All right, dice, please.
This man's just trying to get cash for drugs.
What a fucking! Cause he's gonna be telling the truth. What a fucking waste. That's a critical success. I got a 2.
He wants the money so badly that yeah, he's going to tell you where the man and where the woman and her son live.
No, I wanted to know if he was lying about them possibly knowing more information.
He seems genuinely convinced that they might have some information that you guys don't know.
Okay, well, what a waste. I can't wait to get my 5th 90 in a row on the next one.
It's not in a row since you just rolled a crit.
That's true. I can't wait to get my 5th 90 of the game tonight.
That's also your second critical of the night, so you can shut the fuck up.
I've fumbled 4 times and then I've critted twice.
All or nothing.
I will give this man $10 from my spending.
I'm gonna give a boo. I'm gonna give a boo $10.
Okay. I'll make a note of that in case it ever comes up. It probably won't.
Yeah, I need a boo to know that I meant well. But you can't let people stand in your way.
You gonna pay for that door?
No.
Ah,
He tells you that the name of the woman is Nuri, Nuri, and she lived in a small town called El Wasta, fairly nearby to the to Dashur, I think, or Meidum, whichever one is close to the pyramids, I think.
Okay. Good to know.
Now, is there anything else you can share us? You can share with us. I may be able to give you more money if so.
He says you could look into Faraz Nahar. He is the man who I bought the antiquities from for Mr. Roger Carlyle.
To the best of your knowledge, would he still be on the Street of Jackals?
I believe so. It has been a long time. It has been 6 years since I made the purchase and since the Carlisle expedition came through Egypt.
What more can you...
One last question for you, from me, anyways. Did you ever come across a man named oh, Ruth, what was his name again? Your fund? Jackson. Jackson something.
Oh, Jackson Elias.
Did you ever come across a Jackson Elias?
It's not a name that means anything to me.
What about, didn't he go by a different name?
He went by Jesse Hughes as well.
I'm pretty sure Warren never met Jackson.
Wow.
To my knowledge.
Jackson sucks at investigating then.
All right, watch it there, buddy.
Yeah, Warren doesn't. It's not a name that means anything to Warren.
All right, thank you.
This
Thank
for
you
us.
very.
Do you know how he came across such ancient artifacts?
No, he is an antique dealer. I assumed he found them through the normal methods that one who deals in antiquities does.
I'll give him another 5 for this extra information. That's it. Fucking don't need to be fueling his drug addiction.
You already
All
have,
right.
Peter.
Yeah, I know.
He just got 1925 dollars. That's a lot of dollars in 1925.
A lot of drugs.
You just paid his rent and drugs for like a month.
Well, you know, if something bad happens, he won't be able to tell people we were here.
The best thing for someone in the past that could ever happen to them is a bunch of people from the future giving them money. Like, yeah, you can have $50. Why not? That's nothing. Oh
All
my
right.
god.
So, are you four going to do anything else while you're here with Warren?
I think I'm done.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
All right,
So now we're gonna see the cats in front of the hotel.
All right, you walk out of the tailor store. Abu looks genuinely terrified as Richard walks by and hands him $10.
Yes, for your time, good sir.
He like hurriedly takes the money and like stuffs it into a coat pocket and then like doesn't even look in your eyes during the whole exchange. With that, you guys make your way back. There are no cats in front of the hotel anymore because the curse has been lifted.
Oh right.
Are there any cats within sight?
Yeah, you'd probably see a couple cats on your walk back to the hotel.
All right, on our way back,
like
Pip, I'm gonna let
cats.
Pip pet the cats.
Hell yeah!
All right.
Hell yeah!
All right.
No temper tantrums here.
The cats seem to really like Pip.
Damn right.
All right. Meanwhile, Harrison and Clyde, you get to the Cairo Bulletin, and as always, Nigel is there. Clyde, good to see you, old chap.
Yeah, good to see you, Nigel.
Nigel, Harrison Dodge, a pleasure to make your
Yeah.
acquaintance.
Ah,
I have
pleasure.
the utmost respect for another man in the art of publishing. It's always good to meet a familiar face out here in another land.
Well, of course, my pleasure as well to make your acquaintance, Harrison. Is there anything I can help you gentlemen with today?
Yeah, we were wondering how far do your records go back? I mean, obviously you still got a picture of the Carlisle, but that was big news. Do you have like a paper from just every day leading back the past couple months?
The past couple months? Yes, absolutely. What are you looking for?
Just looking for some missing persons reports. People gone missing. Just generally stuff, that kind of thing.
What sort of people are you hoping to find in these reports?
Just anyone, really. We were. I'm gonna lower my voice a little bit and lean in. It's like we were around the Shakti plantation recently. And there's some, I don't know, something going on, some fishy going on there.
I see. Well, I don't necessarily know what you might entirely be getting at, but let's just say, between you and I, if a few impoverished beggars go missing off of the street, that's not the sort of thing that would be reported in the paper necessarily. Do you understand what I'm saying, Clyde?
Yeah, I think I got you. But any sort of information you think it would be helpful? You know, this could potentially be a big story. The give you the rights to.
Right, I see. Well, I do understand where you're coming from. Seems like you're coming from a place of sincerity, but unfortunately, Old Bean, there's only so much that that people would care to read about in that regard. And
Yeah, fair enough.
publishing such a thing may be more dangerous for me than worth the trouble.
I see. Well, that was just a thought. Harrison, you got anything to add?
Nigel, would you say that you're a man who seeks truth?
I suppose so. Yes.
Because Nigel, as a journalist, I feel that while padding your pockets with your payroll is a very important detail, and I respect that, I feel like at the end of the day, it is a journalist's responsibility to seek the truth. And maybe you're too afraid to see what the repercussions of that truth could be. I understand what that's like, but we here we wish to find justice for those affected by that plantation. And whether or not you wish to be involved in the revelation of that information, if you could just point us in the direction of some newspapers that might be reasonable for us
So
to gain information from.
what you are suggesting is that I begin publishing newspaper that pertain to kidnappings of which we have no records of happening, no evidence that there are kidnappings taking place, and then in those same articles accuse the kidnapper to be one of the most respected local businessmen.
No,
Yeah,
Nigel. You're
he's
putting
more of
words in my mouth.
he's more of a fiction
What I
writer.
said is show us the information that might potentially relate to that, and let us do the rest from there.
I don't have that information because I haven't been publishing such stories. If you wish to look through my back catalogs, you're more than welcome. I believe Clyde looked through them but a few days ago and found some information pertaining to my newspapers reporting on the Carlisle expedition 6 years ago.
Yeah, and I thank you again for that. But I mean, you're right. What you're saying makes a lot of sense. Why would you put that out there and risk yourself? Thank you for your time.
Nigel.
The archives are always open to you if you wish to look through them.
Of course. And thank you for that, Nigel. I'm sure we'll be back again. You are a great ally to have in the city.
Of course. He kind of turns away, a little bit less cordial than he has been in the past with you. When he says goodbye.
That's true. Well, back to the hotel then, Richard. Or Harrison, sorry.
All right. You guys make it back to the hotel, and it's quite a few hours before the rest of the party meets up with you. It's getting into the mid to late afternoon when the other four show back up. But the six of you do reconvene at the hotel, whatever the name of this fucking hotel is.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Samaramis. Samaramis. Still Marillion.
So what took you guys so long?
We definitely got our steps in for the day. We had a bit of difficulty finding the location, but we definitely got worthwhile information.
It sounds like you fared better than us.
Oh, you guys did not fare well?
Well, as it turns out, my good buddy Nigel, who might not like me as much anymore, which is a little disappointing, but he made a good point that the kidnappings of street vermin and urchins are not really things worth publishing. So kind of a dead end on that front for the missing people. And then our cat friend said she'd look into stuff, so I guess that was okay.
Well, I think we had a breakthrough with this investigation. We found Mr. Warren, and well, first we went to the police station, of course, and then we found Mr. Warren, and he pretty much told us a narrative about how he saw Roger Carlyle and Penhew go to the Bent Pyramid, go missing for an entire day, come back a day later with changes to them in some way and an evil presence around them. Everybody ran away because they didn't want out the evil, and then one thing led to another. Warren followed those two rascals and maybe more to the collapsed pyramid, where they conducted a ritual which caused dead creatures to come from the ground, kill everybody, and then a monster with 5 heads and the size of the elephant ate all the dead bodies. And then Mr. Warren passed out, and I don't think Penhew and Roger Carlyle were ever seen alive again, to be honest. So
Far too nonchalant for that story. One thing led to another, and shit.
So
the apocalypse happened.
They was never seen again. Just like Uncle Skeeter.
Rapture. The sky opened up and demons flew forth.
I can't wait for Peyton to hang this fucking 5-headed elephant over a cliff.
So, you guys talked to a opium addict then?
Yes. he
What are
he
you
was
saying?
definitely
He's crazy?
he was definitely on drugs, but he was telling the truth based on what I could see.
Right. Well,
Does
maybe
that
it
mean
was the
Roger
truth that he
Carlyle?
believed in, because of all the opium.
I don't want to just point this out, or I don't want to really shove this in our faces, but we have seen a lot of things, Clyde. I don't think now is the time to start questioning some of these paranormal entities.
Oh, yeah, questioning the paranormals. I mean, fuck, a big 5-headed
Well,
dog could have raised from the sand, but I'm just questioning if this guy really saw it all or he just spoke a lot.
while I completely understand that, he did. He mentioned several key words that we are interested. They went to the bent pyramid. It sounds like they consorted with the messenger of the black wind. These are all things that we are very interested in. It sounds correct.
That messenger of the Black Wind does sound something like the Black Pharaoh.
The
Could
word
very well be.
So does that mean that Carlyle is still alive?
Well, I think their bodies were found, were they not?
in Kenya, if I remember correctly.
You do remember correctly.
So they must have gone from the collapsed pyramid and headed down to Kenya after that.
All I'm saying is, we were planning on going to the Bent Pyramid anyways. At least we have a good reason to go there now.
I think we need to head to the bent pyramid, and then we need to go to the collapsed pyramid right after that.
Hold the phone. Hold the phone.
Should we go at dusk?
So we've heard reports of eldritch horrors rising from the depths at the Bent Pyramid, and you want to go there.
Well,
Yes.
these horrors were only seen the night before the dark of moon, when the moon is
I also-
slimmest.
Sorry, I also want to point out you guys have heard of the Black Wind before. Also, I don't know if you caught that during that big handout.
Pete, we were just talking about that.
You did mention it. That's why I wanted to bring it up because I thought it had been mentioned before. It is in the very long handout that was posted on October 29th, 2020.
Right.
All right, I did not remember Black Wind. Black
I
Mountain.
What
think-
pyramid? What pyramid did Jan Willem tell us about that
Jan-
woman in that woman body that was
So
found?
that was at one of the pyramids of Giza. So the main
okay.
pyramid complex next to Cairo.
That wasn't the bent pyramid or anything.
No, the bent pyramid and the
It's
collapsed
way further
pyramid
south.
are much further south.
Okay.
However, that pyramid is the Mycerinus pyramid, I think is the name the book uses.
Okay.
Well, I think we have our direction, and I think we know where to go next.
I agree.
I would like to. What exactly do we plan to do at the bent period? At the bent pyramid?
Well, they disappeared for 2 days. I'm assuming by disappeared it means they walked around the pyramid and couldn't find it. So I would assume that we just need to go to that pyramid and look for some sort of secret entrance or exit.
I do not want to go inside.
Well,
Well-
we may as well just fucking stop the expedition right now then, because we're not going to get anywhere.
This
I-
is the first time, Ruth, that I've seen
Whoa!
fear in you.
I simply wish to exercise caution. You know, we've been through a lot, experienced a lot of things. I think many of us can consider ourselves lucky to even have gotten here. If we can avoid putting ourselves in unnecessary danger, I don't think that's a stretch to ask for.
Well, I don't think it's unnecessary. I think it is necessary. I think we need to go put ourselves into this bent
For-
pyramid. It's the next logical step.
Like
You're
depend.
tracing the steps of the Carlisle expedition, are you not? Well, that's exactly
Yeah,
where
but
they
we don't
went.
we don't want to end up with our throats cut getting eaten by big elephant monsters. Like, yes, we're following the path of the Carlisle expedition, but we literally have information about what happens when you go into the pyramid. I don't think you want that to happen to one of us, do you, Peyton?
As my granddaddy said to me many times when we were deer hunting, you can't get a steak on the table without first cutting into that anus.
Was your
True.
grandfather coming on
That's
to you?
true.
Well, we got options, I guess.
We
I'm not
got no
opposed.
options.
I'm
This
not
is not
opposed.
an argument. I've watched y'all sit and ponder questions and decisions like it's your day job.
I'm not a.
are here to do this. We should go do it.
Do not get me wrong. I'm not opposed to going. I simply wanted
Sounds
to.
like it.
I think it's best if we check it out rather than commit to going inside.
What the fuck is that supposed to be?
We
We also don't have to go there right away. We got a potential, say, juju house situation here.
I don't know what a juju house is, to frankly, Clyde. I don't care what a juju house is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. We can go to the bent pyramid. It doesn't need to be go. We need to go inside it right away. I just simply did not want to make that our
And why go
primary.
all the way?
Well,
And Peyton,
We
Pip,
can see
I know you
from
weren't
here.
there, just for the record, the Juju house wasn't on fire when we walked into it, but sometime
I'm
in
not.
the vicinity of when we left, it had burned down. So
I'm not purview to any of what a juju house fire or privy. I don't know. I have no idea.
How
And
about
tag in
this?
a fire.
Let us
I'm
go.
just-
Let
I'm
us go
just
down
saying,
to
you
the.
don't step in a puddle and dig 10 feet away looking for what?
How about this? To appeal to both of you, let's go check out the pyramid, and if we find an entrance, we can decide then if we want to go into it.
I can agree
Can we
to
all
that.
agree on that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. But do we want to do that first, or do we want to try and find another hole in the ground with a bunch of faces, the flesh monster?
Y'all are the worst investigators I've ever met in my life.
How many investigators have you met, Paige?
thank you.
Well, they had a rat investigator come down to the farm once.
Are you sure you don't mean exterminator?
No, it's
Now-
What was he
professional
investigating?
outside.
Like, are they up to like suspicious activities? Like what?
The rats unionized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what?
There's a lot of rat on rat crime down there in the south.
I would like to determine where we're at in the lunar cycle. Is that a possible? Is that a thing I can do?
The lunar cycle, yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
yeah.
You
Are
don't
we
need to
working on
worry
more
about that, though,
werewolves?
because
No,
the
we'll the fucking hand
the
out.
sliver before a new moon was for the collapse pyramid, not the bend.
Wasn't it for the bent?
No, it's for the collapse, the ritual at the collapse pyramid.
For the records, the collapse pyramid and the collapse pyramid, the bent pyramid, and the red pyramid, I believe, are all next to one another.
They are very close to each other.
Okay, so yeah, we should watch.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, I fucking missed that completely. Anyway, my question still stands.
So today is February 26th, 1925.
Excuse me.
It is a few days past the new moon.
Fuck.
So it's the moon is not quite
We got
at
whole-
first quarter.
Had a whole fortnight, baby.
Yeah, you got at least 2 weeks until it's full moon.
That's like months in real time.
Yeah.
This is a July next year problem.
yeah.
We just gotta do a bit of fast travel, where we like go back to England and then come back, and then like 2
Mhm.
weeks have passed.
Yeah, 2 months.
All right. I'm ready for an adventure.
All right, yeah, let's go to sleep and then
So
take
you guys
off in the
actually want to
morning.
go do something that's part of the storyline rather than just dick around for another
I said that.
section?
I literally said that. Why don't we go to the bent pyramid?
I
and look
I
around
just
it?
suggested exercising caution. That's all I'm saying.
Matt, and I hope you walk headfirst into the bent pyramid immediately when we get there, and I hope it works out so well for
Right.
you.
Let Peyton
We're
go.
talking in terms. I was wondering if we want to finish the side quest before finishing the main mission. Getting
No,
married.
because
There are
Jack
no more
said,
side quests.
yeah,
There's
Jack
no-
literally
there's-
said.
This is all
Jack said
main
we
stuff.
finished the only. Yeah, Jack said we finished the only side quest of the Egypt chapter last.
Oh,
time.
well,
you
clue.
finished, yeah. So just so you guys know, I obviously have a running count of everything, all the like pots you have on the stove. So just in case you've forgotten anything here in Egypt, the sort of the leads that you have at the moment are the Clive expedition. You've still got the translation that Dr. Kafour is doing for you. You have Faraz Nahar or Najar and his involvement with Warren Bassart. That's the antiquities dealer that you found out about. It's also mentioned he was mentioned in one of the handouts that you were given. You have all three of the pyramids that seem to have some sort of importance. You have the old woman and her son that Warren told you about, and there's the missing mummy, but that's kind of tied in with the Clive expedition.
So there's nothing more with Al Shakti and his clock and his.
I mean, you've kind of investigated that. Like, you know about the safe. You sent Neris to go do some reconnaissance for you. We'll see if anything comes of that. You could go back to the plantation and speak with him again if you wanted, or you could go do something there. I'm just talking about like stuff that you know that you
Right.
have on the
Okay.
go, or stuff that you haven't followed up with yet.
I mean, we're still waiting on some of the stuff, so I'd say we could always go to the bent pyramid, look around, see what we can come up with, and then come back. Because there's also the lady that's over near it, and then there's also the other pyramids around it. So we could go do some investigating until our other leads would be ready. Because the translation's still taking time, right? There's still time on that before he's done.
Probably.
Can I pay
Yeah,
some
so-
microtransactions to make they go faster?
Yeah.
Jack's been bought by EA.
Dead Space remake.
Oh fuck! I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Did they
You
show
know
a
it's
video of it?
cool. It's the same
There's like
game.
Yeah, there's a teaser
Yeah,
trailer today.
there's like a 1 minute teaser trailer.
It's not even gameplay.
No,
or anything.
it's a full remake. Apparently, it's not a
Yeah,
remaster.
ground up. It's a
Oh,
ground up
really?
remake.
Interesting.
Next gen only.
Mm-hmm.
So
Next
it's
gen
gonna be it's
PC,
gonna be hopefully a Resident Evil level remake, if not better.
hopefully. Anyways,
Not with the point.
so those are the leads you guys have at the moment. We still have about half an hour or more left, so you can follow up with any of those if you want.
To the
I am
pyramids.
down to go to the pyramids.
Pyramids.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are going to skip forward February 27th.
Evan wasn't even here to see it.
Well, we're not true investigators, Devin. So
Clearly.
To Pate.
I said
With all
Peyton.
her
And to Evan,
experience.
I'm sure.
It's just never good enough.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
1925 isn't a multiple of 4, so I don't think it's a leap year. So how many days are in February 1925? February. Okay, yeah, shit. Today is the 27th of February. We're almost on March. Fucking March 1925. Just one more day.
Damn.
All right. So what you guys know is that the pyramids at Saqqara, I believe, is what this group of pyramids is called, are pretty far south of Cairo, about roughly 100-ish kilometers, I think, maybe a little bit less than that.
Might be good to take
Maydoom.
Celine on this adventure.
Maydoom lies a little over 60 miles, 96 kilometers south of Cairo, the desert west of the Nile. Yeah, you can easily rent a car for the day to head south. Which, if that's, I just threw my pencil. That is what we can do, and I'll just make up a rate for car rentals.
And
Call
we'll
it
have to drive
$5 a
it
day.
ourselves.
You could hire a driver if you wanted, or like, I don't think a taxi would go this far outside of Cairo. That's
No,
pretty
we
far.
need to have control of the vehicle and access to it at all times. We need to be able to make a quick getaway.
Yeah, I based on previous experience, we're not great drivers, so
I think Richard is.
I don't remember.
And
Because he owned a motorcycle and his own car.
he probably has slightly more in the drive auto skill than the rest of you, but not much. So, we can rent a car. Are you guys going to bring a translator with you?
Oh god, fucking Simon or whatever is gonna cost for a
Celine.
fucking fortune.
Salim.
I think it's probably worth it to take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if
that
we're
case-
paying for that, we're probably going to end up going inside.
Yeah. Make sure you can read hieroglyphs too.
He's also going to
Good
go in the
question.
front of the line.
I wonder if he does have any skill points in hieroglyphs.
Is there hieroglyphs?
Hieroglyphs.
Yeah, it's a language you can learn.
Oh, okay.
Salim, Arabic 70%, English 30%, French 25%, German 25%. He does not know hieroglyphs.
Scrub.
Maybe you can bring the professor along.
You could certainly ask Dr. Kafour.
I feel maybe on the second time we come, if I don't know, that might be getting a little too excited.
No, Peter.
I don't.
Because, like, I mean, yeah, I guess the second time would be fine.
I just don't think we should walk into this fucking domain of demon.
You got your lion claws.
Yeah, lion claws versus entities.
Yep.
Up to you guys.
Right.
Well, I think definitely hire Salim. And then
Mhm.
maybe if we survive and we go back, then we can ask the professor. Maybe Salim knows how to drive.
To come.
Are you seriously arguing about who's gonna fucking drive us? Let's just
No.
go. I can
Why are you
drive.
so impatient?
Am I able to buy like rubbing paper? Like I could put it against the hieroglyphics and like fucking make a record of it.
Ooh,
Yeah, you could do that.
I would like to
Something
do
you
that.
you could do. Yeah, absolutely. You can go buy like one of those big brown crayons and like that waxy paper.
Like
Yep,
that
yep.
quest in Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
You can definitely do that. Say it puts you back $2.
Oh, okay, easy money.
So as you guys get up for the day, you get all your ducks in a row with the concierge, and Salim comes by. Hello, I will take the liberty of getting a car arranged if you wish to head south.
That'd be excellent. Thank you, Celine.
Of course.
Now you're dismissed. No, it's a joke.
The car comes by and Salim is waiting outside the hotel. If you're ready to depart, then we can go now.
Any other last orders of business before we leave?
Are you guys bringing any weapons with you? Any implements?
I should probably get my Leon sniper.
Always has his little knife on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, pistols and stuff like that are easy enough to conceal, but yeah, something like Leon's sniper would have to be rolled up in like his.
But aren't we going to a pyramid that like
Yeah.
nobody really chills around, anyways?
Yeah, I mean, but
How are you gonna get out there? You gotta go through the city still.
Yeah, but I just put it under the city or something.
I guess it's Egypt, so yeah, no one's really gonna bat an eye from what
Okay.
I've read.
Sniper rifle under the seat, and I'll fucking get it later.
1925, so I mean, it's not like today. If you put a rifle in the back seat of your car, oh, that would be not good. But 1925 Cairo, who
Yeah.
gives a shit, right?
Yeah, true, fair enough. Different
All
time.
right. Yeah, you can just fucking walk around with that sniper rifle if you want to, Peyton. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, give me.
All right.
Who gave who
the sniper rifle?
who did Peyton even know about the sniper rifle?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had
it's in my inventory.
This was a discussion we had weeks ago.
Oh, I don't remember.
Because you guys no longer have Leon's shotgun, but
Mhm.
his sniper rifle is still in your possession.
Yeah, and
so
then I
is
have Norman's shotgun.
yes, Norman's shotgun is still in your possession as well.
I thought we gave her something. I didn't think we gave her a sniper rifle.
I don't know. She said she's good at
Yeah,
shooting deer,
If
so
she's got it, she's got it. I guess.
I like how Clyde's like, I'm so upset that we're bringing more firepower. All right.
Never worked out.
oh, we are in so much danger.
So you guys begin. Presumably, Richard is driving. You begin driving south towards
I
the.
thought Celine was driving us.
He's not driving. He's just coming with you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Unless he has a really good drive auto skill, I can check for you guys if you want.
Might as well
Well, I
check.
think Richard fine driving, to be honest.
He does not. He has nothing in the drive auto skill.
What a loser.
Amateur.
Hey,
Even though
Richard, take us home.
I'm not the. Do I have to roll this?
No, it's just you're just
Oh,
driving
thank
casually.
God.
You need drive auto rolls when you're like doing more serious stuff in a car, but for something like this, no, you're good. So you drive south of Cairo, and with Salim's guidance, you eventually end up at a long complex of pyramids. These are not all like the pyramids that you've seen in Cairo, which are all very uniform and sort of all together. These are more like large monuments out in the desert that are a little bit more decrepit at sort of more odd angles. But Salim kind of points them all out to you. This is Sneferu's collapsed pyramid. You can see the red pyramid here and the bent pyramid.
I'm gonna drive us over to the bent pyramid.
All right. So I believe the bent pyramid is sort of the furthest in, but you can get there after a little while of going down. Obviously the roads are not super great condition, no paving or anything like that, but you do eventually get there. You have to walk a little bit, obviously. You might have to walk a ways, but you do get to the bent pyramid. Is there anything you would like to do?
Is there anyone around?
Doesn't really seem like it. You know, there's some like archaeological digs in the distance, but right now at the pyramid itself, it's pretty quiet.
Okay.
How big is this pyramid again?
Let's get a fucking picture of it in the handout section.
I mean, I guess a good first step is just like walking around it.
It's what I was thinking, but that's why I'm asking how big it is. Is do we walk around it or drive around it?
Good step is just go inside.
Full
Are there
set.
See what's
main entrances?
Doors
to
is
pyramids?
locked. Darn.
Yeah, there's just a front door. There's a doorbell. You can go and ring the doorbell, and
Where else would it be?
I'm here
how
to
she
see the
do it.
Pharaoh.
I played Super Mario 64. I know that there's an entrance to pyramids.
It's true.
So we don't have to like blow the top off it.
No.
Oh.
We don't have
No, you just have to
Transformers.
stand with your back to the wall, crouch, and then do a giant backflip to land on an upper level of the pyramid. Do a couple wall jumps, hitch a ride on an eagle, and then there'll be an entrance right at the top.
Here we go.
Salim does explain that there is an entrance on the north side of the pyramid and the western side of the pyramid as well.
So my thoughts are, half of us go in one entrance, half of us go in the other entrance.
Perhaps we should all stick together.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty big pyramid. I mean splitting up, I guess, has its advantages, but I think safety in numbers potentially.
And I think it's also very important that there's someone waiting outside the pyramid so that if everybody loses their sanity inside the pyramid, there's still one sane person that can carry on the tale and tell the story. Guys, I know how hard it is. I will take the burden of that task for you all.
You're so brave, Harrison.
I'm not going in that pyramid.
You won't believe who didn't come out of the pyramid.
You won't
We'll
believe
just
where I
make a
didn't
notebook
go.
with you so you can write some stuff down. Because when I publish the book about it, hopefully, if we don't get killed, I'm gonna say I went into the pyramid head first.
You know,
I can't lie to you
Richard,
guys.
it's usually the one that's left alone that suffers the most consequences.
Come again?
I've been
Seems-
wanting to go into the pyramid. Peyton, what are you talking about?
No, that's what I'm saying. Is if he's the only one that stays behind,
Salim's
he'll
here
be
too.
the one that has the most trouble.
Well, I think Salim, right?
Yep, Salim.
I think Salim should possibly be the one that doesn't necessarily come in unless he wants to.
What do we?
I think that's a great
What we
idea.
bring him for?
There are typically there are guards stationed on the north entrance of the pyramid. That is the main entrance to the pyramid. I could speak with the guards if you wish. Typically, the western entrance does not have any guards posted, although it is boarded up.
Is there any reason there's no guards there besides the boarding up? Was there something that happened there, or is it more dangerous?
I just believe it was boarded up by archaeologists to prevent entry.
Maybe we should go through that entrance.
Well, I think maybe perhaps we check out the official entrance just to see what is there.
Very well. Salim, could you talk to them and see if you can they will let us in?
Of course.
Can I backtrack just like a couple hours and say I went out to buy a flashlight?
Someone has a flashlight, don't they?
Is it me? I feel like
I do.
something I would do.
Yeah, Pip has a flashlight for sure.
I had a flashlight when we were fighting the.
Yeah,
Werewolf,
that was
that's what I got.
that was definitely confiscated from you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think I
that
have
mine's still the same one, but it was not confiscated.
Yeah,
Um,
flashlight. I would go buy one if I could. Retcon that.
I will let you reverse the flow of time and buy a flashlight for 1 luck point.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, all right.
All right. I think that's within your daily spending limit. I don't know how much a 1925 flashlight costs.
I can't imagine it's that much.
Batteries are expensive. But yeah, I don't know. Alright, to the north entrance, I guess.
All right. You go up to the north entrance, and Salim does a little bit of conversing with the guards while you're there. The guards seem quite friendly. A few of them speak sort of broken English. Give me whoever's kind of heading this up. Give me a charm roll.
Uh-oh.
A charm roll with a bonus die, since you have Salim there to help.
I feel like I would be the one that was walking first. And so I'll do it.
All right, yeah. Give me a charm roll, Richard.
Okay, what is it? Okay. Come on, baby. Okay, so the D10, not the D100, I roll again.
Mhm.
Okay, I do have a chance. Not a good chance, but I have a chance. No, I didn't get it. I failed.
Seem friendly. So Salim kind of whispers in your ear as well, Richard. These soldiers will allow us in if you give them gifts or money.
Well, I'm gonna give them each $10 in my spending level.
You give each Egyptian soldier $10 in 1925 money, and they are all quite taken aback, and they are more than willing to let you into the pyramid, although one of them will come with you, just for safety's sake.
$10.
I'll give them $5 more to not come with us.
Wow.
They're like, by all means, go into the pyramid.
Perfect.
All right, flashlight boys up in front.
Click.
I'm gonna ask Pip if I can hold the flashlight.
No, this is my flashlight.
Oh, okay. I've made him stubborn.
You
You
spoiled
have.
it.
All right. So entering into the pyramid, you
This is bad.
I think at this point, since it is like an archaeological site, they would have like basic like torch lines going down into the pyramid. So I don't know if flashlights would be necessary, but you have them. I think they would have some sort of lighting system set up at this point. But after walking into the pyramid, you eventually come to a rather bare, poorly painted chamber. There are like a few hieroglyphs, but it's mostly fairly bare and not much going on.
Can I mean, I'm gonna try to look for anything that looks like it has. Look for any drafts or cracks or anything that look kind of abnormal in comparison to the rest of the walls.
Sure, yeah. Make spot hidden checks for me. In fact, everyone make a spot hidden check.
I'm
for
gonna
me.
check for like discolored bricks or stones.
Okay.
That is a absolute trashy fail.
That's
Ooh.
I got a hard success.
I rolled a 99.
Hey, I rolled an 89, but not quite there, but getting
I
there.
got a hard success as well, actually.
I got a normal success.
Okay. You guys searched this room very, very thoroughly. You were very convinced that there's nothing in here.
That doesn't make sense. Is this the only room inside the pyramid?
Salim lets you know that the western entrance, I believe, goes elsewhere in the pyramid.
We should
The,
ask.
the
Warren
chambers
what-
do not connect, from my understanding.
Did anybody find anything?
I want to use my wax paper to take a record of the hieroglyphics in this room.
Sure, yeah, you can do that.
There's some rock.
Well, if that's the case, shall we head to the other entrance then? Is there like anything in the center of the room, like a sarcophagus or anything?
Nothing. It is completely bare in the room.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna walk out
Wait
to
a
the other end.
second. Is there
these.
anything we
The
need to
guards
say?
are just like,
Do you
I
think
want
there's
to see an
anything?
empty room.
Yeah. Do you think there's anything we need to say? Actually, you make a great point. Why they got in an empty room?
As a reminder, when you talk to Dr. Kafour for the first time, this second pyramid is now known as the Bent Pyramid at Shore. Records imply that Nefren Ka's corpse was removed from Meidum and placed within the Bent Pyramid, but exploration of the site offered no trace, despite rumors of a hidden chamber within. You searched this first room very, very thoroughly with that many spot hidden checks. You are almost positive there is nothing in this room.
Okay. All right then. Well, let's go check out the other entrance then, shall we?
Agreed.
Let's.
Maybe not tell the gods about that one.
No, we can
Ah,
walk around the other side of the pyramid.
they've been paid enough. I'm sure they wouldn't mind either way.
I would not recommend letting them know if discretion is important, but with the amount of money you have given them, I'm sure they will not be too bothered should we take a quick look into the other section of the pyramid.
Ah, perfect. I'm gonna lead the charge all the way to the west side,
All right.
and then
So
I'm
you
gonna
guys
try to
go-
start removing the boards.
You guys go to the other side, to the western entrance. The boards, as you sort of knock on them, and you find that they come away quite easily, and you're very easily able to pull a few aside and make a small little entrance into the western entrance.
Can we discern if they come apart easily because it's a path frequently traveled, or maybe they're just old?
Little bit of more column B than column A.
Okay.
Yeah, more that it's just basic wood that was put up for the service of. It's
No.
kind of like when like access roads where they have like the very clear gate where it's like I could just drive around this fucking gate if I wanted to get onto the access road.
Yeah.
It's very much like that. It's like put some fucking wood there and let's call it a day.
All right.
People get it. People get the point.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
People.
I'm gonna say, Clyde. I don't really want to send Pippin first, but if you don't want to go first, I could take your flashlight and lead the charge.
You calling me a coward?
No,
Why
no,
would you take the flashlight from your child? It'd be good for him to take something from him. He's become more of a brat every day.
Oh my lord.
You're doing the shins, Clyde.
Clyde, I have been teaching him that when someone picks on him and calls him names, you gotta stand up for yourself. I'm proud of you, Pip. Good job.
My word.
All right. So, from the door, the entrance, a passage leads down to a funerary chamber.
What's that? Just like a funeral chamber?
Yeah, where like a sarcophagus would be.
Okay.
All of the artifacts have been removed from here, and I think my memory of Egyptology serves me correctly. There is very little ever actually found in any Egyptian pyramids. So in the side of this funerary chamber, there's almost nothing except two large stone pillars made of white alabaster. If you guys aren't familiar with alabaster, it's this sort of like polished looking white mineral, a little bit like sort of a milky marble. It's sometimes used to make statues, but it's not as precious as other stones of that variety. All right.
Are there torches lighting it? Is it just our flashlights that are lighting it?
This would probably just be your flashlights.
Are there torches on the wall? Or like an oil
There would probably be like things like like lanterns, possibly electric ones, but they would be unlit.
There's no old school like oil pans we can just light a flame?
I don't really know. I would say there might be like some old school like oil lamps or possibly like more modern electric lamps that you could potentially start up.
Right. I'm gonna look around and see if I could find any sort of additional light.
All right. Make a luck roll.
Oh man, this is where I lose it by 1 because I had to get my flashlight. I succeed.
Yeah, some archaeologists left some modern-seeming electric lamps down there. You turn 2 of them on,
Sweet.
and the room is fairly well illuminated.
Give it to
All right.
Richard and Ruth.
I'm going to do the same thing I did in the other one. I want to look for any like drafts or
Yeah, I'll look
cracks
for
or
uncolored stones.
I want
Spot
to
hidden
check
rolls.
the pillar
All right, yeah, spot hidden rolls.
or pillars.
that is a hard success.
Okay.
That is a fail for me.
Regular
The
success.
Success.
Normal success.
As you guys are all checking the room, Pip goes up to the pillar on the right side, and as he's kind of feeling it up, he pushes something forward, and part of the pillar gives away into what appears to be a spiral staircase.
Pip, excellent job. I knew I was teaching you well.
The staircase goes down.
Up.
Up.
goes up.
Okay.
Oh.
Good job, Pip. You didn't find that staircase because of your own intuition or anything. No, it was all Richard's doing.
Apparently.
Now, now, Clyde, are you going to lead our charge up this staircase?
Yeah, and I'll take off.
I'll follow
go
close
slow.
behind Clyde.
There may be traps.
Maybe
What?
we should spread out the flashlights. Pip, why don't you go in the middle, and then I'll go up by Clyde.
Yeah, you could take 2 of those lanterns that I found too.
Yes.
Peyton will go with Clyde and Richard as well.
I'll grab one of the lanterns before I head up.
Okay. Salim is like, this is very odd. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with this.
Okay, well, Salim, feel free to make your way back out. Keep the car running, and be sure to tell our story if it all goes wrong. Cool?
Perhaps we should get somebody to investigate.
Clyde's
Come,
already
Salim,
gone.
let's go.
Let's
Honey, we are the investigators.
yeah. I thought we kept you up to speed on all this, Salim. I thought you knew what we were doing here.
Okay, I will wait. I will wait down here.
Promise? Hey, Salim, you better promise that you're sticking around, okay?
I promise.
Okay.
Thank you, Salim.
And if there's any strange changes in our behavior, take note of it, play it cool, separate from us as soon as possible, and get help, okay?
Any scarabs come from the wall and start like
Oh,
going in your
God.
skin. Just
That's a
start
good sign.
screaming.
Just don't.
Scarabs would not consume the flesh of a man, a living man. So, surely not.
Well, one of them maybe not, but a whole group of them in theory would be capable of consuming a man.
Clyde's like 20 steps up at this point.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, 20 steps is the exact number of steps until you, Clyde, get to a large room, a massive room, with an asymmetrical arched roof.
I'm gonna follow up.
Yeah.
How lit is this room?
This room is both lit by the lights that you guys are carrying, but it also is not completely pitch black. There's almost like an unearthly low light that seems to permeate this room, but it is still quite dark.
That's comforting.
Well, look at this.
Is there any like sarcophagi or anything like that?
So, inside the room, there appears to be a large throne sitting on top of a dais. A dais is like a plinth with a bunch of stairs leading up to it.
You just used a word to describe another word I don't know.
Okay.
He's
Dais
defining
is
the
DAIS, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A platform. A dais is a platform.
But yeah.
That's the most me thing ever, really. Like that's very on brand for me. Lining the walls behind and along the room are bas reliefs, which are like very complex wall carvings. Effectively, is what a bas relief is. There are 6 pillars within the room, each topped with an alien-seeming gemstone, which are giving off sort of the small amount of unearthly light within here.
Crystal skull?
Fuck yeah.
Sure.
No.
One of the walls seems to, I believe the wall behind the throne, if I'm not mistaken, seems to have some sort of pictorial, abstract representation of a geography or a map of some kind as well. Those of you, meaning probably just Clyde, recognizes this from one of the books that you have read. And I've given you this handout before because there is, in the book that you have from the Carlisle Mansion called Life as a God, which is the book I believe you're reading right now, Clyde, since you lost the other one.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So I will re-upload this into the handouts section. Although it would probably be, this is probably more for Clyde than for everyone else. One of the passages in Life as a God says this: its external angles were magnificent and the most strange. By their hideous beauty I was enraptured and enthralled, and I thought myself of the daylight fools who had judged the housing of this room as mistaken. I laughed for the glory they missed. Through the twisted door to the jeweled throne of darkness, I came with all reverence and humility, my mistake, to gaze upon scenes of celestial majesty and rebirth. When the 6 lights were lit and the great words said, then he came in all the grace and splendor of the higher planes, and I longed to sever my veins to that, so that my life might flow into his being and make part of me a god.
Yeesh.
Seems that the author is describing this room in that passage. I also am very upset that they always have to put these fucking handouts in the most abstract handwriting possible.
Yeah.
Immersed.
Yeah.
So if I'm the one who knows that, I'll kind of like wander around the room a little bit and then just start reciting that from memory out loud to everyone while I look up at the gems.
Like you're chanting it?
No, it's just
he's quoting the book.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, uh-oh. Richard slowly whips out the scalpel and walks up.
Wow. How do you know that, Clyde?
It was in the book that I've been reading.
The book described this room?
It seems like it.
What does the book go on to describe after the room?
I haven't made it that far. It's to be a god, though.
Well, that is one hell of a throne over there.
You want to go sit on it?
Yes, I really do, actually.
Pip is already going to sit on it as you say that.
Pip, you're gonna sit on the throne?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm going to kill my child.
Pip sits on the throne. Pip's head cracks back for a moment and then comes back down.
Uh-oh.
Eyes black.
Nice.
You've
Richard,
all caused
look
me
at Daddy.
quite a bit of trouble thus far. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh my God, Pip!
Fucking dead.
No, Pip's dead.
Pip is a god.
Yes! Pip has ascended!
What a journey
course.
Pip's been on.
We couldn't have just taken the gems and left. We had to sit in it.
There's a fucking throne. Of course you're gonna sit in it. You don't just
See,
not
like our-
sit in the
This is
throne.
this is why I said maybe let's not go in the pyramid because maybe maybe we'll do something.
What are we gonna do? Just look at it and then leave?
We could have just
That would be a respectable thing to do. I mean, God, there's
That's a
tons of
boring thing
mythology
to
about
do.
what happens to you when you sit in a god's throne. People know this, okay? I could have cautioned
If
you
anyone
against it.
deserves it, it's Pip. He deserves
a-
to be a god.
Yeah.
That's
What
our
I actually
first
thought-
cliffhanger.
Especially when Jack put his hand over his neck, I legit thought that he just activated a trap and his head just got cut off.
Yeah,
right
he
then.
got
I thought so
decapitated.
too. I thought I was just like instant KO, and I was like, oh fuck, that's the
Yeah.
worst chair ever.
Those of you who were in Peru, so Harrison, Ruth, and Clyde, what just happened to Pip there seems somewhat reminiscent of when Augustus Larkin was possessed in his
Yeah.
hotel room.
Yep.
That's the
Yep.
Dark Pharaoh. I wouldn't have thought it
Yep.
wouldn't have been the Dark Pharaoh.
it's your boy.
The Pharaoh.
So,
Yeah.
I love tabletop role playing games, and we're going to pick this back up in 2 weeks' time to see what happens.
I believe
Yeah,
Pip.
everybody.
Clyde's there, just like hitting Harris on the chest, like, did you remember?
Richard, talk to your son.
But since before we go, I'm gonna share with you. So each chapter has this beautiful illustration. Explain it like sort of giving you a little scene from each chapter. The illustration in this chapter, the Egypt chapter, is of this particular room. So I'm going to take a quick screenshot of that and put it in the handout section for you all to take a quick look at.
Yeah.
For that image to be burned in our minds, but with the addition of a tiny little boy sitting on there with black eyes.
Pretty
Peyton's
much.
officially been around longer than Theo was.
That was it's been a few days. Like she passed his time quite quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, he was only there for like 12 hours, really.
Theo
Yeah.
had a stealth mission and then an assassination mission, and that was it.
Right.
You guys see that shit about Blizzard and Activision?
Yeah, I read a bit about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Reading some of the like details is fucking insane. Some of the shit they had to deal with, like where they would just have a drunk crawl where guys would get drunk and crawl
Oh
through
my.
women's cubicles.
Really? Holy shit, that's terrible.
That's fucked up. So just
Dude.
picture this this scene.
But
on
this is Pip.
yeah, but Pip is sitting in that throne, and also there's no weird alien monsters behind him.
Okay, thank you. That was
Yeah.
my question that needed answering.
Yeah,
So that's the map.
I think that was I think that was just an artist's interpretation.
Holy
I'm-
guys, do you see what I see in this picture?
It's the Bermuda Triangle.
Pip grew up.
It's Hong Kong, Egypt, and Australia in a triangle.
Well, it's a part of that's Africa, I believe.
and it's a
Egypt's
little-
further up.
Little
Okay,
further,
it's-
a little bit further south than Egypt. It looks
Yeah.
like.
Must be Kenya then, right?
I don't know. Maybe we'll discuss that next time. But
Dude, there's 3 temples. There's 3 temples.
as always, thank you for joining us for another episode of Call of Cthulhu: Masks of Nyarlathotep. We have been live connection. We have been live connection tonight. Fuck the insincerity and the ambivalence. Tonight we word live connection,
Hell yeah.
and we're gonna see you next time.
All right. Talk to you guys then. Bye.
Farewell.
Bye.